it's an old philosophical story, and this gentleman is out. There's these two men. One of them is a king. The other one is his advisor. The king is out. He's out on a hunting trip. And while he's hunting, he actually cuts off his finger. He pulls back the bow and arrow, etc., but he cuts himself. Now, when that happens, his advisor says to him, everything happens for your own good. Now, if you've ever trapped your finger in a door, in a cupboard, or wherever it may be, and imagine your best friend said to you, everything happens for your own good. If you're like me, you'd want to hit them, right? It's the most, you're going through this excruciating pain. So he says, I don't even want to see your face again, to his advisor. He locks him up in the dungeon all day. He goes out on his trip. He's out there in the woodlands, in the forest, without his advisor, on his own now. And he comes across a tribe. This tribe captures him. And this tribe, thinking that he's royal, is trying to take a lot away from him. And they're going to sacrifice him to their gods and their tribal gods. So they're in this process. And one of the tribesmen notices that this gentleman's hand is bleeding. And he goes, oh my God, he's imperfect. We can't offer him to the gods. It's not possible. And he's released because he's impure. So all of a sudden, this king's like, wow, like this is amazing. That guy was right. Everything does happen for your own good. So he runs to the advisor who's been locked away in this cold dungeon all day, hasn't eaten. He turns up to him and he says, I am so sorry. You were so right. Everything happens for your own reason. Everything happens for a reason. Because if I didn't cut my finger today, I would have been toast, right? I would have been someone's dinner. And he said, but, his ego came back. He said, but if everything happens for your own reason, why were you in jail all day? You're a good man. You advised me right. Why were you locked up and haven't eaten all day? And the advisor, being the wise advisor, said to him, he said, you know what, my dear king? If I was with you, I would have been sacrificed. I'm not bleeding. I look like royalty. And I would have been the one that was toast. But actually, because I was locked away, I was also kept safe.
إن أعجبك الفيديو لا تنسى الإعجاب والاشتراك في القناة.